Here is how to plant up a stunning container for the winter. We're going to be planting up this fantastic winter container, which is full of loads of evergreen colour, loads of scent from the pansy at the front here, and this lovely grass at the back to add a little bit of height. So we'll show you exactly how to plant this container up, which is actually one of our plant staging containers, which just makes homes look a lot better. So follow the tips to see how we plant it up. So I've got my fantastic container. I love a container with a little bit of height to it. It just makes the container, in my mind, look a lot better, especially if for this we're putting it either side of a door. It makes a big difference. As you can see from these plants I've chosen, we've got some fantastic evergreen plants that are easy to look after. They're hardy in the UK, so they're very low maintenance. And being evergreen, through the winter we're still going to get colour and interest. Plus we've got lots of different sizes of pots, so that adds to the complexity of potting it up. So I'm going to grab our central focus at the back of the container, which is this lovely grass. And that is already, because I've put some compost in this container already up to about here, is already the right height. So that's the one we're going to plant first. So I'll give the pot a good squeeze so it comes out nice and easily, and just tip it. You're going to lose some compost, and then just place that on the surface of the compost. Okay. So what I find when you're doing a big container like this, it's always worth having a plan of how you're going to do it. And I'm going to go sort of a line down the centre and then do the outside. So the next is this lovely skimmer, which looks amazing. Now this one, I'm going to add a little bit of compost to bring it up. So what you'll find is when you're planting this up, there's going to be a few stages of just adding little bits of compost so the plant you're putting in is going to the right level. So the skimmer is going to be planted just here. We'll loosen it from the pot just like that, and then we'll nestle it in the compost I've just added, and we start building this sort of straight line across here, because in my mind it's sitting next to the door and it's at a sort of this diamond type sides, and the door's going to be here, and I'll do one of these either side, and it'll just look fantastic and really set the door off, the entrance off. Then at the front I want to go for this fantastic heuchera. Okay, now that is a lot smaller, and when you start looking around, all the other stuff I'm adding is smaller plants. So now's a really good time to actually top it up with some compost, almost planting these ones. I've got my bag of compost down here. I'm just going to place some in there, either side and around the front, just to bring the level up and make it easier to work around like that. Okay, so I'll smooth that off so I've got a nice planting surface. So I'll start with the heuchera. Again, as with everything, give the pot a nice squeeze and just plant it and place it in. Just like that. I'm not squashing it down, I'm just making sure it's at the right level and it's going to sit in there in a really nice way. Okay, then beside the heuchera, I'll do this lovely vinca. It's variegated vinca, which always look really nice. I really love variegated leaf coverage, especially something that's going to fall over the side. It breaks up the edge of the container and really does make the pot look absolutely fantastic. Then a hardy fern, which adds that nice lot of texture. I know I'm going through this fairly quickly, so we're just going to place the hardy fern there. Then I've got another heuchera, which I'm going to place on the other side, just like so. I'm hiding behind the container when I do this. I'm going to twist it slightly so you can see what I'm doing. And whenever you're filming planting stuff, I don't know how the professionals do it, because you can't see what you're doing half the time. Obviously you wouldn't normally plant stuff up like this. but it does mean you can see what I'm doing. I've got a pansy down the side here, and that one I am going to have to twist because I really can't see what I'm doing. So this is an interesting one, okay? It's a bit low there. So I'm going to take that out, grab a little bit more compost, and just top it up. Don't worry about getting compost on the leaves too much. That will wash off when it rains or when you water it. And then we're going again. And that looks a lot better. Plants always look a lot better when they're sat at their natural level. So they sort of can get a bit lost. Okay? And then the other side, twist it round again. I'm going to plant in this fantastic Euronymous, okay? Which will add, again, some more colour and some more texture. Just like that. Again, it's an evergreen Euronymous. Now, what I'm lucky with this container is this I'm seeing as the back. So I care less about this appearance. But if you look around the back, you'll see there's a nice gap for me to put a load of compost in. I'm going to turn it back to me, and that's what I'm going to use to get a scoop of compost. And then using my hands, I'm sort of just encouraging into the gaps. You're going to have gaps. Tip it in. Make sure you've planted the plants. So it's all too easy when you plant something like this to end up with a load of air gaps. It's just going to dry out. This time of year even though it's sort of raining, we had torrential rain here the other day. Still, if the plant isn't planted, it will dry out. And that is our fantastic container. This is good for so many months. In fact, beyond that, I've planted it up as a winter container. Obviously, it's going to look fantastic through the winter. But these plants, if you decide you want to take them out the container for a later date, you can always take them out and plant them in the garden as well. So they are evergreen, they are perennial, and they just look fantastic together. Any questions at all? Get in contact. See you soon.